Alright, Gavin here. Welcome back to the show. Today we're not going to be talking about the Cowboys. We're going to be talking about college football and what's been going on around that area, and my predictions for the first round of the playoffs, which are happening in 8 days from now, from the time of recording and the time of upload. So the biggest topic is, did Alabama get robbed? Short answer is no. Yes, they did have a better strength of schedule, and yes, they probably are a better team than SMU. But ultimately, um, I think the team that deserves it should get it. And the argument for SMU is that they played an extra game and that they shouldn't be punished for playing that extra game that they qualified for in the regular season and by doing good in the regular season. Um, in terms of Alabama, their argument, strength of schedule, SEC. Um, and the argument against Alabama is the bad losses. Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, 6-6. They say SMU would be mid in the SEC, but Alabama got beat by mid teams, so you never really know. I think SMU did deserve it more. Only one loss in the regular season compared to 9-3. I don't really think 9-3 teams should be getting into the playoffs. And another big thing is, um, do should the committee give automatic bids? No. I'll tell you why. Um, I think it should just be the best 12 teams in the country, because that means Alabama and SMU would have been in, and it would have been um, it would have been Oregon, Georgia, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Tennessee, Indiana, Boise, SMU, Alabama, ASU, according to the rankings. Um, I like that a lot better. I don't know why they have an automatic bid or an automatic first round bye, because in no world should Arizona State and SMU be getting a first round bye over a team like Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, one of those, even Ohio State maybe, not this year. But and then another argument that's going around is Texas not deserving the fifth seed, which which gives them a very favorable outlook in terms of the seeding. But they played teams when they were ranked, and the week after Texas played them they weren't ranked. So I kind of get that. The only team they've lost to is the number 2 team in the country. Um, I think 5 was right. I think I said that they would drop to 6 before the rankings came out when they lost. So it's about right. But Texas getting Clemson and then getting ASU um, the week after, or the game after, if Texas does win, is a very favorable outcome. And another thing going around is Oregon not getting a good bracket, but they don't seed teams based on bracket. They seed teams based on ranking, if that makes sense. So they're not gonna say, oh, we're gonna look at whose teams would play, who teams would play in terms of bracket, and then seed it based on that. They would seed it just based on seeding. So if look at the bracket here. Oregon would play the winner of Tennessee and Ohio State, which is either the 9 or the 8 seed, and Arizona State plays Texas, um, or Clemson if Clemson does win, which I wouldn't be surprised because Quinn Ewers has he played better against Georgia than he did against Texas A&M. But you just can't throw a bad interception like that in that situation. You know, other than that, I think he did pretty fine. Quintravion Wisner, he did very great. Um, so my playoff bracket, my official playoff bracket, and I'll be posting this on my Instagram at Gavin's Cowboy Pod. I'll have Texas over Clemson. I'm gonna say um, by 10 points. Texas over Clemson by 10 points. Tennessee, Ohio State. I'm gonna say Ohio State, and we're gonna go by 7 points. Ohio State by 7. Um, SMU, Penn State. I'm gonna go Penn State. Um, Penn State by 3. I think it's gonna be very close. And then Indiana, Notre Dame. I'm gonna go Notre Dame by 10. Just don't think Indiana deserves to be here, but I don't think they'll really do anything. All right, Texas, Arizona State. We're gonna go Texas. I don't think Arizona State deserves to be in the 4th spot. They'd be at the 12 if they went based on rankings. I just think Texas is a better team. Oregon, Ohio State. This rematch of the regular season, which Ohio State won. I am going to go with Ohio State. Ohio State wins. Um, I think um, similar to Notre Dame versus NIU, I think the loss to Michigan will make them lock in for the playoffs, set them straight. I think Ohio State gets back on track with a big win against the #1 team in the nation. Um, Penn State, Boise State. Ohio State wins by 4. Penn State, Boise State. I'm gonna have Boise State by 3. Ashton Jeanty, Heisman, by the way. That's who I'm gonna take. I just think lead your team to the playoffs. It's an immaculate rushing attack this year. People cannot stop him. I get Travis Hunter, both sides of the ball. He's a freak athlete, freak player. I just think GT deserves it more. Georgia, Notre Dame. It'll be Georgia, but I think it'll be close. Georgia by 6. Let's say Georgia by 6. All right. Semifinals. We got Texas, Ohio State. Texas and Ohio State. Who do we got? You know, I'll say Texas. Why not? Hook 'em horns, baby. I'm gonna go Texas by 3. Brett Ryman doesn't miss any field goals. Hopefully, Quinn Ewers on track. Maybe even Arch Manning at this point. All right, and then we'll go Boise State and Georgia. I think this also is a game that people will write off Boise State, Georgia will win probably, but it'll be closer than people would anticipate. I'm gonna go Georgia to set up Texas Georgia round 3 in the national championship. Georgia by 7. And then Texas Georgia national championship. You know who I got? Texas gets the revenge. Um, you know, I never said I was unbiased, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.